Hey, everybody. Welcome back to this month's Arts Corner. We're so excited. Special holiday edition, I guess you could say. I have two precious guests with me here today and to share with you, Brenda and Mark Roberts. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. We have lots of fun to share.
Oh, we sure do. I can't wait. It's almost, I wish we could just, well, here we go. So you two are very special people, and especially your relationship with PAC. So can you just tell us a little bit about who you are, how you got here?
Let me start, or you want?
Yeah, I'll let you start.
Okay, so we're Mark and Brenda Roberts, as Catherine said, and we actually are. I mean, it's like PAC and National Council of Dementia Minds. We're like kind of connected at the hip. You know,
Yeah.
We're very close partners. And so Mark and I are with the National Council of Dementia Minds. Woo-hoo. We're so proud. It's the first national organization that's founded and governed by people living with dementia. Mark serves on our board of directors and with others. And then I'm the executive director. Mark's living with vascular dementia. And so am I, because I'm living with Mark.
Right.
Well, thank you so much. So this month's theme is all about space, environment. How do you manage what is functional, familiar, friendly, forgiving? And what if that shifts a little? So I know that you all have a big family who has lots of traditions around the holidays. And since Mark has been living with dementia, you have found ways to manage that space and still maintain the fun, the celebration, and the preciousness of the holidays and what they mean to your family. So share a little bit maybe about what your space used to be like as a family and now how you adapted it to be most supportive.
I'll leave that one up to you. So what's our house?
Well, we originally just had a 3,500 square foot home as the girls grew up, a ranch. And then Brenda come up with, been working with some professors on research and came up with that you need, a lot of people are trying to move in with their mothers or sons and daughters or whatever to help take care of the individual that is ill. So, and that's very common amongst the dementia families.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was one thing that Brenda was really thinking, like, what is she gonna do? Where am I gonna be? Am I gonna be alone in a home or whatever? So she come up with the idea to ask Tracy, our oldest daughter, would you like to live together now that Dad is sick? And she said, great. You know, she was, wish we had done this a long time ago. So what we had done is we built a dementia-free home, and we live on the first floor, and their dining room and living room are also on the first floor, and then they have all of the upstairs for all their family. And Brenda and I, we just have a real small apartment. I really, really like it. And sunshine comes in the morning. I mean, we've got it faced to the east, and the bedroom is fixed so that when I get up and turn to go to the bathroom, I can see the bathroom right straight ahead of me. And
so I think one of the main things for the holiday time for our house is our double doors.
Right.
Yeah, so I was going to say, now where is your apartment in relation to, you were saying Tracy and her family have the living room and dining room. Where is your apartment?
We're connected with their living room.
So what we did was we said we wanted to create it so that when Mark needed, if and when he needs constant supervision, we just open the double doors and our living rooms become kind of like one big living room. So there'll never be a time that the kids have to come over here to be with Mark or we go over there. So we just open the doors and kind of have one big living room.
Mhm.
And then, so when you talk about holiday time, that's so great. We have this beautiful big kitchen and dining room table on their side of the house. We have our own small dining room table over here. And we always eat together at supper time.
Right.
But on the holidays, then our other daughter comes and our adult grandchildren and our great granddaughter. So it gets pretty a lot of commotion.
Right.
Does it get loud?
Yes, very loud.
And so what do you do, Mark, when it gets pretty loud?
I'll take it for a little while, but then I usually go to our living room and turn the television on if we're watching game or whatever. So that works real well.
And then one or two of the grandkids or son-in-laws or whatever, a couple will come over here and watch football with them, and that kind of thing. So they kind of come and go, right?
Right. But
So you've adapted so that you can still participate, let's say watching a ball game.
right.
You just don't want to be with everybody hooting and hollering.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ah,
He doesn't want to be with everybody, but I do. So it's a perfect setup because he can come over here and have his quiet space, and I can be over there and be as noisy as I want to be.
Right.
but you still get those relationships in your space to watch the game or have that sort of special time with one or two family members at a time.
Right.
Mhm, mhm.
So thank you. This is really neat. So I really want to get to sharing with these folks the kind of fun stuff that you've adapted holiday traditions to support Mark and everybody having that same connection and fun, but just a little differently. So,
Well, and I always, you always hear about surviving the holidays. We don't want to just survive the holidays. We want happy holidays and we want to have fun.
okay, bring it on, Brenda. I've heard you guys have fun.
And it's just kind of evolved about it because, like I said, Mark will come over and watch the game and stuff, but who doesn't snooze after eating a big turkey dinner, right? Pretty much every, yeah, I don't, but so eventually Mark will go lay down and take a nap. And while he's napping, we have a blast. And he doesn't know he's part of the fun the whole time he's napping. Because what we do is we have a gingerbread building contest. And so we team up in teams of 2 or 3, maybe 4 people to build a gingerbread house. And Mark is the judge. So when he wakes up, he's going to choose the best gingerbread. And there's a cash prize for the best gingerbread house.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a lot of competition. But the thing of it is the whole time they're building the house, it is kind of like Mark is there in spirit because he is there for all the kids because they're saying, well, Pa's going to choose mine because I'm putting in a fishing, like in front of my gingerbread house, somebody's fishing, or I'm putting in a deer. Look, I'm using pretzels and it's a buck and, all this, because it's all about building to, they call him Pa's satisfaction. So they're all embracing what's important to Pa in building their gingerbread house.
Oh, I love it. So
and then when he gets up,
oh boy,
we give him, you want to tell it from there? What do you do?
Go ahead.
You get 4 pieces of paper or 5, depending on how many houses there are. And he has to judge first place, second place, third place. And he puts it upside down.
Yeah, so they don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I leave.
There is some pressure, right?
Right.
Because who do you always try to choose?
The grandkids.
Yeah, he always tries to get the grandkids. He doesn't want to give the parents the money, And so he's always trying to choose one of the grandkids. So, and so that's just an event. And then, pass up, hurry, you got to finish up. And then he does the judging. And so
that is so much fun. That could be fun it's just fun and just fun. That's just fun. But what a neat way of still being there, Mark. You're still a part of it, even though you're taking care of yourself in a quiet space. Okay, so what else? I hear you've done some really neat games. Now there's a trivia game I've heard about, which I think is not just for holidays, but anytime is a great way of connecting and getting um, relationships and storytelling.
Oh, it's really been amazing for us to do. We tried to play trivia with all different ages, you know. We got little
Uh-huh.
ones, we have little ones to old ones. And you know, so trying to find trivia that goes for everybody didn't work. And so I got index cards and I put questions on them. And I did some research, you know, like asked family members different things and put questions on them about family members or, you know, about who did this. And well, they really got to know my brother, who they
Right.
did really in this game process, they got to know my brother and more about others too, because I had a lot of childhood stories about my brother. And so and I'll give you an example, like one of
Yeah.
their favorite is who mooned their principal. Okay, so who stuck their naked butt out the car window when they drove by their principal? And so, you know, the grandkids are all like, ah, who did that? Oh, that's terrible. You know, and then and they go around and they guess who may have done it. So there's, you know, I mean, it's all guessing, everybody's guessing. And then they find out the real reveal. It was Uncle James, and then Uncle James has to tell the whole story that surrounded it, and you know, lots of laughs. And then you go to the next one, and you guess who it was. And, you know, everybody's just guessing, and then the person it is has to tell the story.
That sounds really fun, like a great connection. Mark, it looks like you enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
And the kids want to hear the same stories over and over and over again, right?
Yep, yep,
Yep.
but that's okay.
Yep, that's fun. And so they've got to know some of our family history that way, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Right.
it's been a blast. No prizes, no cash prizes required for that. So Mark,
No cash prizes. No, it's just all it costs you is a smile.
Yep.
and laugh. Yep.
And laughter, yeah. So any other tips for our folks out there about holidays and negotiating transitions and spaces with lots of people?
I try to avoid the store when it's so much crowd. So if any time during that, Brenda won't ask me to go to the grocery store or go to the post office or whatever during that time, because it's just too many people, and then especially the streets are crowded. So then that's, you know, being safe as a safe driver for me. And then I don't end up getting frustrated in the store or whatever because there's so much commotion.
Mm-hmm.
That I can't concentrate. So that works out really good. So I don't mind that, but at least I don't get so uptight that I'm not, you know, don't go talk to him. He's all bent out of shape. So that kind of.
So for you, you're knowing at this time of year when places are busy and crowded and have a lot of sensory things going on, just try not to go when it's at a busy time or busy time of year.
Right.
Well, we've had that conversation with Dementia Minds. We've been talking about the holiday season. And one thing that kind of alludes to what you're saying, Mark, is everybody said, have a plan. Think about it ahead of time. Have a plan. So I have the plan. And then the other thing that dawned on me this year is a lot of people didn't get together last year with holidays for extended family members, and some may not still this year. But so there may be people that you haven't seen in a long time. A person with dementia, you know, may seem different to them. And we've talked about this. And so I just, excuse me, I just reach out to my family and talk to them about ways to support Mark. You know, that's, you know, like a couple of things that I give them is like, you know, don't correct him. If he tells you the kids sold their car for $50,000, their used car, it doesn't matter the price. What he's telling you is they got a really good sale on their car. You know, they made good profit. It doesn't matter what the price was. Just enjoy the fact that the kids were able to sell their car for a good price. So just don't, you know, don't correct. And then I think I thought there was something else I told them too. But just a few tips each person's a little different, on how to
Right.
interact. And so they feel more comfortable than anything that they might have apprehension about. Like, I haven't seen Uncle so-and-so in 2 years and he has dementia. And what's it going to be like? And how do I talk? So I just tell them up front, help them.
Here's
Yeah.
what's so being really honest about it, maybe less words, or give them time to process, or, when you ask a question, don't keep asking it. Give him time. Things
Another
like
one
that.
that we told them was that you would go in another room, or you'd go outside or go out to the car, not to worry. He needs that break. So we've told them that kind of stuff. And so they're cool with that.
So making sure the expectations are, you have a ground level of
And
expectations, and that it's all okay.
Right. And do it so that nobody feels guilty. They understand what's happening. So
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. This was really fun. I'm going to start a family trivia game this year. I think that sounds like a hoot.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Because then, we assume our grandkids know those stories that we know from way back when. And so it's such a great fun sharing time. And just
And even I'm thinking of family members who are no longer with us that we know, they're just in legend. So we can, Well, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Mark and Brenda, especially for being such an integral part of spreading this beautiful message about how we can all live well with dementia in our lives. And happy holidays.
Yeah.
Happy holidays to you. Don't eat too much.
Oh, I thought you were allowed to eat too much.
Hide the cookies.
All right. Well, we'll see you next year.
Yes, you bet.
Thank you.
All righty. Happy New Year.
Yep.
Bye
Bye-bye.
now.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to help us spread Teeps's positive approach message around the world. And don't forget to click the bell to get notified when new videos are posted.